Hey everyone, my name is Nathan Payne. Welcome back to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. So today I want to talk about the rush that's going on right now on Telegram, specifically the TON network. And actually, even other networks are okay, but I'll get into that in a little bit. With gamefi, there is a massive explosion. It all kind of really started with Notcoin, and then that led to a lot of other spin-offs. We know Hamster Combat is just crazy, some like 3-4% of the world's population have signed up for this game, which is just mind-blowing. Now, when you're following innovation in Web3 and especially in GameFi, you want to figure out what's going on in the ecosystem and you want to stay on top of it. Right now, everything is pointing to Telegram. Now, it makes sense, right? They have a wallet, easily onboarding people. It's backed up through your email, very simplified process. So the fact that Telegram can now give everyone a Web3 wallet, and Telegram's the most used messenger app in the world, this is something that we needed to see for mass adoption to truly take off. Now, clickers back in the last bull run, people made a lot of money doing that. And it was because it was easy to develop, it was easy to get out. Yes, they didn't have the best tokenomics, and there were issues with it that we realized later. But regardless, it's what really helped mass adoption by last time. I think we're looking at the next big thing right here. In fact, I've been so head deep in this in the past week. I'm literally seeing day by day the innovation that's happening in the ecosystem. This is going to be crazy. So I've gone through hundreds, and I'm not kidding you, hundreds of these apps to figure out which ones are real, which ones are not. Are they actually have good potential for payout? What's the game like? What kind of technology are we dealing with? So I'll go into this a little bit deeper as I get further in the video, but I just want to jump right in and give you guys some tips right off the bat. So without further ado, here we go. Okay, so just taking a look over at my phone, the first tip that I give to everybody with this is make a folder specific to these Play-2-Airdrop opportunities and games. It's going to get your Telegram's going to get way too cluttered in the all chats if you don't do this. Another important thing is pin every single one. Now, people are like, why would you do that? The reason why I pin every one is now I can move them how I like. And I actually separate them based on the type of app they are. So I'll give you an example. Let's kind of start at the top. Got my wallet and saved messages. Sometimes some of the apps want you to send an invite or a message. So I just kind of put them in the saved messages. This is a great place to just kind of store some info that I need. So I brought it over here. Of course, the wallet, it's important to have that at the top. Then I've got the ones that generally I'm checking the most at the top. So Hamster Combat, obviously. Then we got Catazin, Cat Gold Miner, Money Garden AI, MemeFi Coin, Musk Empire, Pixel, Tap by Pixelverse, Rocky Rabbit, Channel, Gems, White Bunny. These are all kind of within the same category. They're a bit of a clicker, but a bit not. You have to upgrade things to get profit per hour. So I like clumping the games together based on what type they are. Plus, when I'm coming in, basically once every 3 hours, I'm going through my entire list, doing all the quests, any new missions that came up, I'm doing my taps, and it takes me only about half an hour, 45 minutes to kind of go through all of them right now. So I'm having a lot of fun doing this, but this is definitely the most efficient way to be farming them. And guys, I'm going to put down in the description below referral links to absolutely every single one of these. So it saves you guys all kinds of time. It might seem a little overwhelming that there's a lot. Just start with the top ones. I'll kind of put them in the same order I have here. If you want to go to all of them, great. We'll both get some sweet bonuses on the referral things. But I mean, I'm basically picking up every one that I can right now that I feel like has some viability because it's not taking a ton of time. Now, when you add in a lot like this, it does increase the time. But even still, I think we're at the beginning of the next big GameFi boom here, just from the sheer volume of numbers. I mean, guys, some of these projects have hundreds of millions of players at this point. So then we come down here, I've got Yes Coin and BFD Coin. I find they're kind of similar how they play out. MOBAverse is pretty cool. It's actually kind of the first metaverse type game where you've got like a 3D character you're running around and mining. That one actually literally just came out. Then there's Sphinx and Slime Revolution. These remind me of like slot machines where you get spins. There is some leveling up stuff. And actually Sphinx has like a PvP battle mode, which is kind of neat. So I put those together. Playcorn Battles is cool. I'm going to go back to this one and show you guys here because they're actually doing something unique in this space. Capital War is another one. And then I put all the tappers kind of below that. So like Tap Swap, One Wim Token, Tap Coins Bot, Meme Land, Worm Fear Slap, Tap Tetherbot. This one's actually kind of cool. Pocket Rocket Game, Yes Coin, Not Board, Puppies Bot. There's actually 3 Yes Coins, by the way. I know that's a little confusing, but that's okay. Simple Coin, Spinner Bot. There's another Yes Coin, Baboon, Tap Sport, Ghost Drive Bot, Era of Explorers. And then down here, I've got ones that generally just log in once every 3 or 4 hours, hit a button, and then start it over again. So these are kind of all in this one category, like Time Farm, Boom, Loudcoin, Not Meme App, Hexen.io, Bump, Seed. So if you're really not interested in spending the time tapping and you just want to log in once every 4 or 5 hours and hit a button, these are kind of the ones that you're going to want to use. And then I've kind of got a mixed bag underneath. Some of these are ones that are just social quests. The game's being developed. Maybe there's a feature that's not quite working. I'm just kind of leaving it near the bottom as I work on it, or like I see it kind of progress. Or maybe they're just social-fi platforms, not so much the game aspect or tapping. So I've kind of let them down at the bottom. So like I said, make sure you guys create the folder. You're creating the pin. And now I want to talk about a few that are doing something really unique. So I'll bring up, let me bring up Corn, because these guys are going to be doing NFTs. And here's what's going to push everything over the edge, in my opinion, guys. We get NFTs involved, which improves the earnings. And then if we can actually have real, live, dual, or even triple token systems, some people are scared with PTSD from the last bull run. This is how it's going to work. And you can incorporate that into earning in game and then trading on a DEX between players. Things are just going to go bananas. So the NFTs are an important first step to that. So the fact that we can see it here in this game is good. There's also another one, White Bunny, that's supporting the NFTs. Now, White Bunny is a good example of not needing the TON network. This one's actually on Solana. So I've seen base games and Solana games on here too, even AVAX. And basically they just get you to put EVM or a Solana wallet address when you're connecting. So they're using Telegram for the mini app aspect because it's just exploding, but they're still on another network. So you don't even have to be on TON, and which is why I think we're just going to see a huge explosion of more and more projects come over here. I mean, in my opinion, you should just move all of your social airdrop farming stuff from the websites over to Telegram. This is smoother, it's cleaner. It's where hundreds of millions of people are literally joining projects right now to farm this. Like, it's mind blowing. We've never seen these kinds of numbers before in GameFi, ever. Another couple unique games that I think are worth mentioning is Catizen. I think is a really cool one. This has, I'll just kind of open up here to show you. You have to combine the cats in order to get them to be a higher level. See here. So you have to kind of combine them. So you're basically trying to get as many as possible. I've only found 2 or 3 games like this. Now, another tip too, and this is a good example, you'll often see these things where it says, you can do a free claim, you can do a TON claim, or a paid one. Generally, you always want to do the TON one, but it's going to require that you open a wallet and pay a very small fee. Now, just to give you guys an example of how small these fees are, I think I put like $1 in this BitGet wallet because BitGet connects to like 2 or 3 games. And then the actual TON wallet, I also put a couple bucks in. And I'm getting way bigger boosts because of this. And it's definitely worth throwing the couple dollars, $2, right? On BitGet wallet. And the apps will tell you too, hey, go make a BitGet wallet, blah, 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 and then you just do it. Or on your TON wallet, right? That's going to allow you to do these little gas transactions, which are going to give you better bonuses in the actual game. Now, as far as time commitment goes, it's really all different. I find every 3 or 4 hours I'm coming in here, and that's fine. I do want to show you another one that's kind of like the spinner, or it reminds me more of like slot machines. And there's really 3 of them right now. There's the slime, the sphinx, and this one, capybara. But kind of a similar thing. There's a lot of like on-chain check-ins, right? I don't have any energy right now, but I can spin. That gives me gold. And then I have this map over here where I basically can upgrade my buildings, and that's going to help give me more passive income. So there's like your traditional clickers, which is just tapping. Then there's ones that are kind of like Hamster Combat, where you've got clicking plus you're leveling these things up to get profit per hour. Then you've got ones like Yes Coin and BDF Coin, where it's kind of more like an auto farmer, but you got to open the app to let it do the farming. Mobaverse is the first kind of meta game we've seen with like 3D moving your character around. Playcorn Battles is kind of more PvP oriented. Then you've got all your clickers, right? Which is really just tap the freaking screen as much as possible. I think another one that I wanted to show you guys that is probably worth it, it's just kind of interesting or unique, is this tap tether. So like you can see here, you got to go through and do all the taps. But I mean, I'm up to 13 cents. I've just been tapping for free. Geez, it's nothing to write home about. But they do have this interesting thing where you can actually pay and it allows you to get a max profit. So you can see here, I got 10 days. If I pay 10 USD, my max profit is 25 USD. Shows my profit per click. So I can pay in if I'm going to be active enough to think that I'm going to be able to make more than the $10. Very interesting. Another important thing that I like about this, guys, is how secure it is. Now, just don't get into conversations with people on Telegram when you're joining all these chats. That's the safest thing to do. Just make your folder, put the games in there, play the games. The way that it integrates with the wallet, there's really no security risks or concerns yet. However, there is some games that do want you to go to an external website or try to connect to MetaMask. Those are the ones that obviously introduce some potential risk. So be careful. If it's not just asking you for your TON wallet, think twice about it. I know there was one Worm Slap that was kind of like that, where it was sending me off, onto a website, and I was just very careful. Wormfair Slap, but everything looked good. I had no problems with it. They even are incorporating the NFTs. I actually think the game is pretty cool itself too. A couple other ones that are unique is like Spinner Coin. It's kind of like a tapper game, but it's more like a fidget spinner. And then there are companies that like Ghost Drive Bot, which are, it's like a Dropbox, right? Except they're doing this clicker airdrop thing. So, I mean, we're starting to see like all kinds of different Web3 projects come in here and create gamefi games to help with their social and play to airdrop aspect. And then you've got ones like Iceberg or Masterbot. Like I'll show you Masterbot here. This is one actually I just opened up today. This is definitely, more of a social-fi thing. You've got some spins, but they're kind of doing the cross promotion where you go through with all these different protocols or projects. Then there's social quests you got to complete. That gives you, their rewards. And then there's leaderboards. And all of these games are very similar. They have there'll be a profile. There's going to be referrals, and that's pretty much it right now. I mean, I am still consuming as many of these as possible. I've probably thrown out 2 to 3 times as many as you guys actually see here. So I've spent the hard work and the time really going through the ones that, in my opinion, are going to be the best to focus on. I will, of course, be sharing any new ones on top of this list on Twitter as they come out live. So I hope you guys found this video insightful and educational, and I saved you a ton of time and hard work. And all the links to all of these are going to be down below in the description. So definitely, if you want to jump into any of these, it'll help both of us out. We'll get a nice boost. Now you guys are on your way to kind of watch the industry evolve as GameFi just really takes off here on Telegram. I'm super stoked for this, guys. I thought we were going to have a revival of clickers, with web-based things. No, I think this is really the next big thing. Okay, thanks so much for tuning in. Really appreciate everyone who subscribed to the channel, and smash that like button. See you on the next video. Cheers.